Good evening, Yankees Nation. You are here on the Ugly Truth with Ken. Uh, Earlier, you may have seen the short video that I dropped from YouTube Studio talking about the uh, problems that I had with StreamYard. Apparently, it was a nationwide issue, and it has been restored back in my area. So we will be able to do our normal play-by-play here in StreamYard, and we'll be able to have the same general amenities like the MLB Game Day and the live play-by-play. Some of the background stuff. Hey, Nancy, how's it going? Appreciate you being here. So I am running up a short version of the Let's Talk Baseball that I wanted to do at 2:30 this afternoon, and I realize there may be one person, there may be no people, there may be 5 or 500, but I'm still going to do it, and hopefully everyone can view the stream at a later time. If you are viewing now or later, don't forget to hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. And without a doubt, share this channel out with anybody that you may know, friends, families, your cats, your dogs, people on the streets. We are at 113 subscribers, and I would love to hit the 125 mark, sometime before the century is out. So at 113, that puts us, 12 away from the 125, and that's a good thing. Like I said, I'm going to be running this short Let's Talk Baseball now. I'm not sure that anyone will come up. I'll give out some of the information that I had, and if I don't have anyone join and get through everything, then I will end the stream. I will be back on my second stream with the play-by-play. So hopefully everyone gets this out. Yeah, Sean, definitely got the troubles resolved. One of the things that I wanted to do was a little bit of a short preview of this game. I know Sean likes to come on with me, so I will drop a link right now, and we can just do this from the get-go, unless Sean's at work. I guess we'll find out about that quickly enough. Hey, CT, glad to see you. Got a little bit of a resolution with the StreamYard content, and we are here back alive on. Hey, Raul, first time seeing you. We're doing a quick Let's Talk Baseball, and I will cut out and rejoin with the secondary stream on YouTube for the play-by-play. Look forward to calling it. I was praying that we weren't going to have to do it through YouTube Studio, because I noticed the audio quality for my short was not great, and I wanted to provide y'all with the best viewing experience. Guess we are going to start with my commentary, and the first portion of it is a preview of this evening's game between the Yankees and the Royals. As you know, the Yankees have been on the road and are going to be in Kauffman Stadium to lock it up. Hey, Jacob, how's it doing? Glad to see you. Right now, at this point in the series, the Yankees have won the series. They've taken the first two games from Kansas City, and we are looking for the sweep this evening. Uh, we've seen the lineup. There's been a lot of complaints about it, and honestly, I don't think there's anything to complain about. There's comments about Judge not being in tonight's starting lineup, and honestly, we'll get into that here shortly. On the bump for the Yankees is going to be Will Warren. Will Warren is 4-3 on the season. He has a 5.34 ERA and 75 strikeouts. 75 strikeouts may not seem like a lot of strikeouts, but for all rookie Major League pitchers, he is leading baseball. Warren has had some great starts. He's had some very rocky ones too, needless to say. Warren tends to do very well against teams that have weaker hitting lineups, similar to the style that the Royals are having. If you drop Warren's numbers down, and teams that are not powerful, potent lineups, he's going about 6 1/3 innings. He's only given up 2 runs, and he's averaging 7+ strikeouts per game. Hey, TC, welcome to the stream. Appreciate you being here. Stephen B, CT Cards, Jacob Petruzzi. Looks like we got a few people in here. Raul Pera, Sean Browning, my kid sister Nancy, and I think Real Bill is in here somewhere. So all in all, 6 1/3 innings, 2 earned runs, 7+ strikeouts, and only walking 2 is yeah, Sean, anyone can come in. I've dropped the link. I'll drop it again. He is going to be I'll drop a comment. I'll bring up a comment from TC. I'm okay with Judge getting the day off, but seeing Pablo Reyes and Praz in the lineup is terrible. Well, you know what? This is probably Pablo's homage to farewell, because he's probably got a very short leash on life. I'm anticipating that Big G is going to be up for the Red Sox series, and I see Stephen B here. When Big G returns, my bet is that Pablo has seen his last days as a New York Yankee. How's it going, Steven?
I'm doing good, Ken. What about you?
We're on StreamYard. We have some people in the audience, and I'm feeling all right. So we're going to be able to do our live stream for the play-by-play through StreamYard, so I'm not having to go through secondary stuff, and I'm liking it. We are going to be facing Seth Lugo this evening. Lugo is 3-5 on the season with a 3.46 ERA. He has 50 strikeouts on the season also. Understood, TC. I understand that they can base hit you to death, but there hasn't been a lot of evidence of that in this series, and their numbers, if you go down their StreamYard folly, they're not very good. They're hitting in the bottom 10% in almost every offensive category. There are few players.
What the heck? Did we lose Ken?
All right, that was weird. Got kicked out of my own stream.
Yeah, That's weird, Ken.
Hopefully, this isn't what we see.
Oh no. Ken
Let's
looks like
see. No, I'm fine. Let's see. Uh, Sean, that's really optimistic for Warren. I see him going 4 2/3 and 4 runs. Okay, fair enough. He hasn't given everybody a lot of reason for optimism over his last couple of starts. Uh, like I said, we'll be facing Seth Lugo. Seth Lugo returned from the IL on May the 30th. He's had 2 starts since then, and neither one of them was very good. First start, he only managed to muster 3 1/3 innings, and the second start, he only mustered 5. He got a no decision in the second start and a straight out loss in the first. Uh, Seth Lugo historically has given the Yankees problems, but Seth Lugo isn't the Seth Lugo that we've known in the past. Uh, let's see. Well, the Yankees bring up another TC slot shot. Well, if the Yankees play like they did in the ninth last night, the Royals will have a great chance. Well, I'm back, so I'm not gone. So I've still got the bubble. Uh, with regard to the Yankee lineup, there are some that have hit very well off of Lugo. Goldie is hitting 571. DJ's hitting 462. Wells is hitting 333. The players who haven't hit him very well are our captain, the Judge, who's hitting 091 off of him. Volpe is hitting donuts across the board. Trent Grisham is hitting 167, and Jazz is hitting 143. So, hey, Jake, how's it doing? How are you doing? So there are some very, very bad hitters against Lugo historically. Uh, got something to drop in there for us, Steven?
yeah, this Judges also has like a really bad average against Lugo, so it's kind of good. He's actually getting a good time to rest.
Well, I think with the imminent return of Giancarlo Stanton, he's not going to have uh, he's not going to have the benefit of the DH days if you want to keep Rice in the lineup too. So when we can give him a day off is a good thing.
It's like a 16 game stretch where don't have any off days too. Correct.
Yeah, and we're in game 3 of that, or we're heading into game 3 of the 16.
And I know people are saying about the lineup. It can't be as worse as when we didn't have Soto and Judge in that same game and we still won against these same Royals last year with Demi Jones.
Yep. There's a reason why we play the game and not on paper. You never can tell what's going to happen. And I'll tell you what, honestly, I'm fine with today's lineup. In the event that we get Lugo out, I'm sure there will be defensive changes that bring people like Jazz and possibly the captain back up. Hey, Dev, how's it going?
And Ken, Jazz is available off the bench. Nathan actually broke that earlier with Joe's stream, so it's not like Jazz isn't available.
Yeah, I think they were giving him a cautionary day of rest since the incident the other day, and
That that groin injury, he avoided something major at least.
yeah. Some other news around the Yankees system. Giancarlo Stanton has had 2 rehab starts at Somerset. He's had 7 at bats. He's hitting 429. He has 4 RBIs and a 1071 OPS. So that is looking very good for him coming out of the gates. He has been hitting down there off of some live pitching in the traject machine. So I'm very optimistic that he will return to the team in time for the Red Sox series, and I would certainly love to see him put a couple of holes in the Green Monster because he hits that place very well. All right. Let's see. Jake says, I'm surprised that Jazz isn't on the IL. Seems like he's slightly soft. I love him, but he's always taking himself out. And let's see. Stephen B. Jake, by taking him out early, avoided a major injury. Jazz is tough. Yeah, but Jazz does have that injury history, and I have Jonathan jumping in backstage, so I'll bring him up. Hey, Jonathan, how's it going?
I didn't realize you were live. I got StreamYard working.
StreamYard got working, so I wanted to jump in and do at least a short let's talk.
Yeah, you're doing a pregame open panel.
Yeah.
How was everything today so far?
Well, today has been a nightmare since when I was trying to log on when I was supposed to be on. StreamYard was down across the board. Contacted Jason with 161 River Ave. He couldn't get on. Contacted Joe, and he couldn't get on. I damn sure couldn't get on. And
I think it got fixed around 4 o'clock, 4 or 5.
Yeah, Joe was able to hop on at the 4 o'clock time slot. I still couldn't get on.
Okay.
Because I tried to come up for his stream and it just wasn't available.
So, what are your thoughts about this lineup today?
I am fine with it. Judge needs a day off. Neither Judge nor Jazz hits very well against Lugo. I think that there's an opportunity certainly for them to come into the game in the event of Lugo's early removal. Since coming off the IL, Lugo hasn't made it past the fifth inning yet, and frankly, he hasn't looked very good. And I'm not thinking that he'll make it past 5 tonight.
I'm happy to get Efrost back, but I don't remember the corresponding move. I saw it when Jason announced it, but
yeah, it was Brett Hedrick was shut down, and he pitched he threw a lot of pitches yesterday. Probably wasn't going to be available anyhow, and I'm curious to see what Efros has to bring to the team. He was very promising when he was up with us before, but he has been injured a lot. And
let's just hope that this is his final injury and he can play out the rest of his contract injury-free.
Well, Jake says he doesn't think that Efros is going to be up for log. I think that
depends on how he pitches. If Efros pitches well, gives you a solid outing. When a guy comes back from an injury, I try not to pay attention to the first or second outings. I need to see him a few times before making a decision whether he should be up for long or not. Remember, he hasn't pitched for 2 years?
You try to pay attention to don't pay attention to his first or second outings. Hey, Rick.
Yeah.
Or Ray, glad to see you joining the stream.
Yeah, if he pitches well, I think you want to pay attention more to how he pitches rather than the results.
And I think that's a fair assessment.
Are the pitchers moving? Is he pitching? Is he throwing where he wants to throw the ball? Is he locating well? All the small details that you don't normally think about.
Of course, of course. Like I said, you're going to give this guy a chance, and he may very well get into the game tonight. And we'll see what he has. I haven't really tracked his numbers down there in Scranton since he was reassigned, so I really don't have a clue.
No.
I had thought that the Yankees may have brought Alan Winans up, but
Yeah, I thought he would be given a chance, but maybe next time they have a doubleheader.
could be. Like I said, long and short, I'm okay with tonight's lineup. There are some players that I think need to have a rest, honestly. And the way the Judge hits off a Lugo, he's hitting 0.91 in like 17 at bats or something like that. And he's just not very good against him.
Well, maybe that's why that maybe Lugo is the reason Judge is out, not just give him a rest. Yes, it's always good to get a rest. No one is Cal Ripken Jr. anymore, but you have to pick the right days to take days off.
Well, how do you feel about tonight's lineup?
Me?
Yeah.
I have to go back and look at it, but the one guy I don't like is Reyes. Like I've never liked Reyes in the lineup.
All right. I'll read the lineup to you. We have Trent Grisham leading off, playing left center field. We have Ben Rice DHing tonight. Paul Goldschmidt is hitting in the 3-hole, playing first base. Cody Bellinger is in right field, hitting cleanup. Jason Dominguez is hitting 5th, playing left field. We have Anthony Volpe in there at shortstop, hitting 6th. JC Escara is going to be catching for us this evening. Pablo Reyes is there at second base. And Oswald Peraza is manning the third base helm.
Look, I just don't want the bottom of the lineup to be up at the plate if the game is on the line.
That's why Jazz is on the bench. That's why he's
Well, look, there has been the Yankees have been very short on the bench ever since Cabrera unfortunately got injured. I think Cabrera was having a career year. He was a solid third baseman, and I think the Yankees do miss him, even if they continue to win. They miss his presence in the lineup. They miss that consistent bat. And I just hope this year, this injury doesn't hurt his career.
I agree.
I think that he will be fine when it's all said and done. I think it's going to force a move from us to try to pick up a super utility type player at the deadline. One of the players that I was talking about with Jason was Tim Towle from the Diamondbacks. He is a right-handed solid contact hitter. He has the exact same skill sets as Cabrera, with the exception that when he plays outfield, he actually plays center field also.
Yeah, the one thing about the trade deadline is, remember, the Yankees have very little payroll flexibility. So, and everybody will want the Yankees' top prospects. So if the Yankees make moves, I hope they make moves before the deadline. I mean, I would even hope to make moves by the end of this month, not July, because the closer you get to the end of July, the more expensive a trade will get.
There was an interesting proposal from for a trade from the Yankees to the Diamondbacks, and it actually involved us getting Merrill Kelly. We were going to end up giving up right-handed pitcher Elmer Rodriguez Cruz. He's our number 6 prospect in the lineup. Griffin Herring, the number 25th prospect or left-handed pitcher, and Brendan Beck, a guy who's there at Somerset. The other 2 are at High A. So I sat down and talked with Jason at 161 River Ave. Oh, Jesus, here comes freaking Joe and the Bozo.
Joe.
And honestly, between he and I, we thought that it was a workable trade with those assets. Like to see somebody come back in the deal because honestly, you're talking with those 3 players, 16 years of control. We have Merrill Kelly for we would end up picking him up for 3.5 months. So we'd like to have somebody else in conjunction with that.
Also, the other thing I mentioned with Jason, to your point, is I would in a draft, in a trade like that, I would like to have a compensation pick so that the Diamondbacks have. And I don't know if they can trade the number 29 pick, but they also have. They don't have a competitive balance pick to trade. That's.
You sure they don't have a compensatory pick because Christian Walker left in free agency?
They have a compensatory. They have a compensation pick, but I don't know if the 29th pick can be traded because it's not not in the competitive balance round.
Okay. And welcome, Yassine. Appreciate you being here, brother.
Because only picks in the competitive balance round can be traded. Although I do hope that they change the CBA to allow trading draft picks, because I think it's time for baseball to have that option, especially in teams when you're a team like the Yankees with limited payroll.
Yeah.
Flexibility.
Well, fellas, like I said, this is going to be a short stream.
Yes.
Hey, Cold Italian Pizza, welcome to the stream. Appreciate you being here, brother. Who would win the UFC fight between Jazz and Garcia? Huh. Well, Jazz is injured, so I think he's
better
down.
to have a 100-meter dash.
I agree.
However, I am going to end the stream here in about 1 minute.
Yeah, the game is started. Final predictions, I guess.
I'm thinking that the Yankees take the game 5-3.
5-3.
I'm a
Yeah,
5-2.
Yeah, I think it would be a little bit higher scoring. So I'm guessing 6-4 Yankees.
Okay.
What do you guys give on Will Warren tonight? What are you guys' thoughts on that?
I'm guessing he goes 5 2/3, gives up 3 runs, 7 strikeouts, maybe.
I think he goes about 5 plus, a little more than 5.
I think that we will muster 6 and change with Warren, and I think you're going to see 7+ strikeouts on him.
Probably nice. That'd be nice.
I would take that.
Me too. Hell yeah.
All right, everyone. I am going to end this stream right now. I'll be hopping on in about 3 minutes. 3 minutes on the actual play-by-play. So that'll give me a couple minutes to get some stuff done. And I want to thank Stephen B., Jonathan, and CT Carts for coming up and giving me a hand here on this very short Let's Talk Baseball.
If you want me to come back earlier, you can always text me.
Will do. Will do.
Jonathan, you can, and the whole community we have. I love you guys. Let's hope for a Yankee win tonight. That's my last thing I'm going to say.
I like that.
All right. Thank you for everybody who took the time to show up on this short session. Like I says, in about 2 to 3 minutes, I'm going to be starting up the other stream. So please hop over. And before you leave this one, hit your like. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing and share this channel out. We're at 113 subscribers. We'd like to hit the 125 mark sometime before the end of this century. We're 12 away. Like I said, we'll be starting the play-by-play stream here in a couple of minutes. Following that, over on NY Yankees Mania with Joe, he should be holding the post-game, post-mortem of this. And if the Yankees don't win, prepare to listen to one of Joe's rants. I just want to
Yes.
So,
Yes.
I will end in traditional.
Could take over a karaoke bar.
I will end in my traditional Yankee posterior, and I'll go with "Let's go Yankees." And we'll see you in the funny pages. Hope to see you in the other stream here in a couple of minutes.
Bye.
Have a great evening, and we're out.